from Southern Maryland's weather leader. This is a JB Weather Alert.
Hello, and we are back. We just wrapped up one tornado warning, and then another one gets issued, essentially for the same storm complex, just a different aspect of this storm complex. But this is a brand new tornado warning, rather, that's going to be in effect for southern parts of Anne Arundel County. So for those of you hopping on right now to see what's going on and to alleviate the comments, this is not in effect for Calvert County. This is not in effect for St. Mary's County. This is not in effect for Charles County or Prince George's County. And much of Anne Arundel County, this is not in effect for. This is just in effect for southern parts of Anne Arundel County. This is going to be until 6:45. It's going to be for this red polygon here, as we have reminiscent showers that are passing through that have the potential to rotate. And this is going to be including areas like Lothian, Tracy's Landing, just near the Bristol area, Churchton, and parts of Rosehaven. The polygon does a little weird thing down here, but it does not include the beaches, does not include North Beach, does not include Chesapeake Beach, and does not include Calvert County right now. This is going to just be for southern parts of Anne Arundel County. And this is going to be it. I really do believe that these last couple of showers are the ones that are trying to rotate a little bit. I don't see much evidence for any other shower that is on the radar right now for trying to rotate. So if you have any concerns elsewhere in the region, this isn't going to be really something I'm monitoring for you. This is going to really just be for our southern Anne Arundel County region here. But the National Weather Service here has issued this tornado warning for south central Anne Arundel County until 6:45. At 6:16, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Deal.
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you...
That would be Siri. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Deal, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. For those in the direct path of a tornado touchdown, flying debris will be dangerous, especially for those caught without shelter. Damage to roofs, siding, and windows may occur, and mobile homes may be damaged or destroyed. Tree damage will be likely with this. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include, but are not limited to, Lothian, Friendship, Tracy's Landing, Galesville. If you live near those locations, that's going to be where this is in effect for. You can see the red polygon here on the map. So if this doesn't right now include an area you live in, you're not really going to be affected by this. It really is just going to be here for coastal parts of southeastern Anne Arundel County. And as I take a look at our velocity, it's really going to be this little couplet guy just north of Tracy's Landing. This is going to be our potential rotation center here. Again, it's a part of that same system we were just tracking that pushed just to the north of this region, just off the Edgewater, and moved through Shady Side. Now we have another one just south of Shady Side. So this will be passing from Tracy's Landing here. So this is going to be Route 2 that it's just crossed over. And this will be moving just out to Churchton. And it should be passing, I believe that's going to be just north of Deal as well. Let me go ahead and zoom in, let our towns populate. There's Deal. Deal's in this region. Yeah, there it is. So this will actually be passing right over Deal. So Churchton, Deal, Fairhaven, Tracy's Landing. It's kind of that small micro area. I see lots of questions about where is this? Dave, this is not in effect for Pennsylvania. This is going to be parts of Maryland. But this is right over Tracy's Landing, Maryland, in southern Anne Arundel County. And this will be pushing here towards Deal. So this is really going to be following 258. And yeah, that's our latest radar scan here. It continues, and this is our velocity mode. So this is going to be product from radar that allows us to measure where we have winds, how strong they are, and in what direction they're moving. And we can see we have this rotation couplet here just over Tracy's Landing. And this will be pushing eastward here toward Churchton and Deal. This should stay just north of Friendship and Fairhaven, but do be on guard there as well. Let me go ahead and show you those tornado safety precautions. For those of you in southern Anne Arundel County, this is what I need you doing. I need you to move indoors to a building with a firm foundation. Huntingtown's not included in this. This is just southern Anne Arundel County. So move indoors. You need a building with a firm foundation. We're not talking a mobile home, and we're not talking a shed. You want to move to the lowest level of that building. So a basement's going to be what we want to do, but if you don't have that, get onto the first floor. And then if you're on that first floor, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. So for some of you, that might just be a hallway or a closet or a bathroom. Get into one of those locations again, as many walls between you and the outside as possible as the storm passes overhead, and you want to shield yourself from potential debris. So with that, we're talking potentially a mattress or a helmet. Those might be things you want to have over you if there's going to be flying debris with this potential storm as it continues here to track towards the south and east. Elsewhere, we do have an additional tornado warning in effect for the eastern shore. So I know we do. We have acquired some followers over there. So let me kind of switch this around a little bit. So this is one storm passing over Tracy's Landing. This is our other storm. This is going to be pushing here into parts of Talbot County. And the tornado warning for this weirdly shaped red polygon, that goes until 7. And again, that's western Talbot County, southwestern Queen Anne's County until 7 o'clock there for you. As that first storm that passed from Shadyside, it's now crossed over the bay and is coming towards St. Michael's. And then we have this new storm over Tracy's Landing. Taking a look at velocity by and large, that remains it, but we might see a little bit of rotation here back over the Davidsonville area. Nothing overly concerning at this moment, and I don't see much rotation at all with the storm that is over Waldorf. That will be passing into Calvert County, but will do so non-severe. It should do so without a tornado. This really just kind of looks like one of those low-end thunderstorms. We'll watch it, but the only real concern right now is going to be for southern Anne Arundel County, really from Tracy's Landing to Deal to Churchton to potentially as far south as Fairhaven here. Again, that's a tornado warning for you until 6:45. And the latest update here at 6:23 continues the tornado warning until 6:45. At 6:23, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Deal and continuing to move southeast at 25 miles per hour. Taking a look at that base velocity here, that's really going to be right in this area. So let me get our road naming tool here. So this is really kind of right over 256 here, actually the newest radar scan now in Franklin Gibson Road. That's going to be the region that this potential tornado is going to be over right now, and this is heading right into Deal. So if you're along 256 Drum Point Road in Anne Arundel County, Masons Beach Road down here towards 3rd Avenue, up here towards Mimosa Cove Road, I love the road name, Swamp Circle Road over here towards Rockhold Creek Road, coming down here, Owens Beach Road in Anne Arundel County, Deal Beach Road. These are going to be the areas right now that are going to be under the threat of this quick little spin up that's trying to, get its act together, but it's going to run out of time before hitting the water. Lots of Pennsylvania people on. This is not an. I'm actually not really sure where Carnbrook, PA is. So I couldn't answer that question, but this is going to be for Anne Arundel County in southern Maryland. If you're in Galesville, if you're in Shadyside, you just went through a tornado warning, this isn't in effect for you. It should stay to your south. This should stay to the north here of Rosehaven, should stay to the north of North Beach. Again, this is going to be really Deal, Churchton in this region. We're talking Broadwater Road down here towards Deal Beach Road, and then the core of this rotation looks to be over Tyler Road. D wants to know about Rosehaven. This looks to be just to your north. So Rosehaven, you're down here just north of the beaches. This should be to your north by a few miles. So Rosehaven, you're under that tornado warning. I want you taking those tornado safety precautions, but the worst of this right now looks like it should stay to your north. And yeah, Rachel, this is moving really kind of right out towards the bay. This is moving at a pretty good clip out towards the bay. And let's take a look at that latest velocity scan right now as that comes in. So wait for that. I do want to take a look at our four panel radar to see what we're taking a look at. Let me take a look at spectrum velocity with this. Yeah, so This tool with our radar, this indicates where maybe we have some more chaotic motion with the parcels that the radar's picking up. So maybe raindrops are moving erratically. You have some strong winds blowing things around. When you get that, you get these brighter blues and those reds right here, kind of near Deal. So that could be potentially where we've seen, a decent amount of twisting and turning with the winds. This is not an effect for listening. I think some of you get some sort of high off of asking me these town-by-town questions. Oh, God. West River. God, West River, you're right in here. I believe you're in the Churchton area, right? Or are you a little further north? Let me pop on over towards... Because it's funny, I've actually gone to summer camp up at West River. Okay, that led me to something else. But this is the newest update from the National Weather Service. Again, really kind of focusing us right down in this region here. Deal just south of Churchton here. So we'll bring back up some of those road names for you. So let me bring that up. So yeah, right over here, Mimosa Cove Road, Deal Beach Road, Broadwater Road, up here towards Delaware Avenue, Gwinnett Avenue. Denton Road, you're just outside of this, but Deep Cove Road, you're included. Highway 256 here, running off of 460 here through Church and then down here towards Deal. That's really going to be the region we're watching here. This is now past, it looks to have just passed over Franklin Gibson Road. Much of Tracy's Landing, you should be looking much better here. The closer you are to Deal, the closer you are to Franklin Gibson Road, the more issues you still have. But if you're out here towards Route 2, you should mainly be fine. This is kind of now focus itself over Mason's Beach Road here, moving towards the bay. So Deal Beach Road again, Parker's Creek Road, Marzoff Road, Main Street down towards 5th Street up here into that Broadwater area. We keep mentioning Cars Creek Road, Deal Beach Road, and again, Mimosa Cove Road. We've said a lot of these already. Swamp Circle Road. Those are going to be the regions we're really looking at right now to have some of that rotation. And yeah, that's kind of right over here over Deal into the Churchton area as well. So Gwinnett Avenue, Delaware Avenue, Rogers Road, Broadwater Road down here towards Ellicott Road, Fairfax Avenue. And yeah, really in that kind of looks to be our main corridor here, kind of extends here from Mimosa Cove Road towards Deal Beach Road towards Broadwater Road. That's kind of our center of circulation right now, and it's pushing east. So with that track, this is mainly going to be staying to the north of the beaches, staying north of Rosehaven, but south of Shady Side here. Now you're still looking at some strong winds with this as this storm pushes on through, but much of the worst weather right now is out over the bay. As we take a look at a much more regional look at radar, and it looks like maybe this little guy up here, I don't know if my voice can keep doing this one. This little guy over Davidsonville, another storm, looks like it's going to try to rotate a little bit here as it tracks here towards Mayo. So be on alert. Again, this little guy up here, and we'll see if we don't just get yet another tornado warning. We tend to get these when I'm the least stressed because I don't expect these, which I find just comical. So this is going to be your region here in Davidsonville, where maybe this is really broad and weak rotation right now, but this is continuing to track to the east, so keep that in mind. Shelby on the Bay, Mayo, Hillsmire Shores, Edgewater here over the next 15 minutes or so. Let me go ahead and clear that off. I want to take us back on down to our storm of main concern, which really does look like it's pushed out over the water now. Here, so Tracy's Landing, you're just about in the clear. Deal, you're clearing out pretty decently. Yeah, it looks like a core of our rotation with this would really kind of be right in this region, kind of offshore now of Deal and Fairhaven, north of Rosehaven. Granted, in Rosehaven, you're still probably getting some decent winds here from the west kind of pushing through as they feed into this storm. And then up here into Churchton, you're getting some of those strong onshore winds as this entire thunderstorm rotates as it continues to push on through. So again, this storm is just about over the water, so this is no longer a concern for our region right now. And I'm hesitant to go because this little guy up here near the Davidsonville area, just south of Edgewater, has a little bit of rotation too. So it's, in a way, it's good that we saw the premature storms work through around 1, 2 o'clock, because without those, we would see far more storms right now, and you see how much twisting and turning there is in the atmosphere right now. So if without those midday storms, we would be replacing those right now, and all of those would be rotating. So it's good that we saw the earlier storms. It made things more humid, but it really knocked down how strong and how widespread these storms could become. They're kind of limited right now in how strong they are. But that doesn't mean we're not going to take them seriously. But without those earlier storms, these would be much stronger right now. We do have this little guy passing through Charles County from Waldorf, passing through Hughesville towards Aquasco, Huntingtown, Prince Frederick, Port Republic eventually. This is not a tornadic situation with this storm. This is kind of just a low-end kind of thunderstorm right now. I'm going to check some of our live log, see if we have any updates here from the National Weather Service coming on in. And nothing just yet, so I'm hesitant because you have this little guy up here into Davidsonville that's now it's out of Davidsonville now. It's just to the south of Edgewater. That it has some broad rotation, and given the way today is, the National Weather Service seems to be throwing tornado warnings on a lot of things. So we'll see. But the worst of our southern Anne Arundel County storm really is kind of out over the water. So I'm no longer really concerned. I think this tornado warning should be allowed to get canceled as it pushes out over the water. So we will go ahead and close this one out in hopes that this is the last live stream that we need to do. But if we get any new warnings, I will be back here with you live to track it. Otherwise, that's just about it. I really don't expect, outside of this guy and then this little guy over here towards Edgewater, this really looks to be about it across our region. Outside of that, there really is a very low severe risk, rather low tornado risk outside of those two storms. But again, we'll continue to track it. If we need to come back here live to update you, I will be back here with you. So have a safe one. Thank you for joining us. And fingers crossed this is the last stream we have to do. But again, keep tuned here to JB Weather for the latest information.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.